Bonjour tout le monde. The presentation would be in English because we wanted to include more people. And as Besma mentioned, not me nor my colleagues are not expert in EDI concepts. And the goal of this presentation is more introduce our committee and goals. So for this presentation, we try to break barriers and build bridges to have the community that have more EDI principle in themselves. So in this presentation, I'm going to introduce briefly what is EDI and why it's matter, and what we want to identify systematic barriers and how we can incorporate EDI in our community. And at the end, we present our committee and past and future projects. So what is EDI? You may have heard about it. EDI comes from three words: equity, diversity, and inclusion. That when we have all of these, we can say that we have a sense of belonging for each person. So equity in English. I mixed the equité with equity in English, but equity ensures fairness by addressing systematic barriers and provide fair opportunities based on individuals' needs. Equity is sometimes mixed with equality, but I would like to mention that they are not same. Equality gives everyone a same opportunity, but equity gives everyone an opportunity that needs. The right image shows very well the meaning of equity and equality. In other words, equality gives everyone a pair of shoes, but equity gives everyone a shoes that is fit. Diversity corresponds to a presence of differences within a group. It can be difference from racial, gender, work experiences, or educational background. And inclusion creates an environment that everyone feels valued, respected, and can contribute fully regardless of their differences. So why it matters? It can result to the better team working, and it can provide fair opportunities and a stronger engagement within the people, and reduce biases and provide inclusive culture. To better understand the importance of EDI and the result of this, I would like to mention an example that happened to me. When I arrived in Canada, I was the only one in our group that did not speak French. And as long as I know, our group meeting was just in French before, but after that, thanks to my kind supervisor, the meeting was alternative between English and French. It was because I also have the opportunity to speak, to understand the other project, and can be productive and engage to the meetings. And it wasn't just a positive point for me, but also a positive point for others, because they could also practice to present in English. So it was a win-win game. So to have EDI in our community, we should identify systematic barriers. Systematic barriers can be privilege, biases, or a stereotype, discrimination, injustice, or microaggression. I think to have a better equity, we need to know what is privilege. To better demonstrate you what is privilege, I would like to present this video, which is very impactful, but I'm sorry in advance, the quality is not very good, but it's really good in concept.
Hey, line up! Line up! Everybody line up! We're about to race! Everybody line up! Shoulder to shoulder, take off your backpacks. Basketball, line up, we're about to race. Hey, we are racing for a $100 bill. The winner of this race will take this. It's a $100 bill. Before I say go, I'm going to make a couple statements. If those statements apply to you, I want you to take 2 steps forward. If those statements don't apply to you, I want you to stay right where you're at. Take 2 steps forward if both of your parents are still married. Take 2 steps forward if you grew up with a father figure in the home. Take 2 steps forward if you had access to a private education. Take 2 steps forward if you had access to a free tutor growing up. Take 2 steps forward if you've never had to worry about your cell phone being shut off. Take 2 steps forward if you've never had to help mom or dad with the bills. Take 2 steps forward if it wasn't because of your athletic ability, you don't have to pay for college. Take 2 steps forward if you never wondered where your next meal was going to come from. I want you guys up here in the front just to turn around and look. Every statement I've made has nothing to do with anything any of you have done. Has nothing to do with decisions you've made. Everything I have said has nothing to do with what you've done. We all know these people up here have a better opportunity to win this $100. Does that mean these people back here can't race? No. We would be foolish to not realize we've been given more opportunity. We don't want to recognize that we've been given a head start. But the reality is we have. Now, there's no excuse. They still got to run their race. You still got to run your race. But whoever wins this $100, I think it'd be extremely foolish of you not to utilize that and learn more about somebody else's story. Because the reality is, if this was a fair race and everybody was back on that line, I guarantee you some of these black dudes would smoke all of you. And it's only because you have this big of a head start that you're possibly going to win this race called life. That is a picture of life, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing you've done has put you in the lead that you're in right now. When I say go, on your mark, get set, go! If you didn't learn anything from this activity, you're a fool.
Privilege is something that you have, but you didn't do anything about it to have it. The reality is life is an unfair race, but we should recognize what is the privilege that we have and some people doesn't have. And privilege can be about racial, nationality, income, gender, and everything. And some people, for achieving the same point, some people have some more obstacles than us. And when I say privilege and some people have and some people doesn't have, it doesn't mean that like if some people have should be like they are bad or they are good. It doesn't mean that. We just need to recognize them, to aware of them. And if we have some privilege, we always appreciate and talk about this. If we achieve something because of our privilege, we should always talk about this, because people compare themselves and think that, okay, if I couldn't do this, maybe I am weak. But sometimes privilege have very important role in our lives. To have a better imagination of privilege, I'll show you these statistics that is for internet connection around the world. In this year, still some countries do not have access to the good internet connection or poorly access to this. The yellow up to light green countries do not have access to the good internet connection. Maybe you ask yourself why I provided this to you. Because we are all here and we have access to the internet connection. But we come from different countries. Maybe our families in some countries do not have access to the internet connection. It can affect us. It can increase the feeling of homesick. It can increase the feeling of isolation. And if we have the privilege, we should take care of other people that do not have this privilege. And to be honest, I am the victim of nothing have privilege of having a good passport. So, and it was motivated me to come and present this presentation. Before that, I come to Canada. I applied for 2 PhD positions, and 2 times I accepted. For 2.5 years, I was waiting for visa. I wanted to start my PhD. But I couldn't, because every time my visa was denied because of my nationality, because they feel that I'm a terrorist, maybe. So it wasted 3 years of my life and postponed starting my PhD. And even after, when I come here, I said that, okay, I'm a student of Canadian universities, but still I have this passport. So again, I couldn't go to my internship. However, I tried a lot. I won the scholarship and so on. So when we want to judge people, we should take care of the privilege that they don't have. So another thing, which is systematic biases. Biases are systematic errors that can affect our judgments and can be cognitive biases or unconscious biases. For example, we think we judge a student based on the ranking of the university, or we unconsciously prefer some people from our countries. And a stereotype, I can say that it's a bit dangerous because it can lead to heartbroken sometimes. Stereotypes are overgeneralized beliefs, and we have different stereotypes. For example, we have gender stereotypes, and for example, assuming that women are not good in wood engineering, or we have racial stereotypes. We think that a special group of the people behave in the same way. And we have discrimination and injustice that it mostly come back to the politics, unfortunately. And it's a treatment, injustice treatment or violation the rights of the people. For example, we had a law in Canadian government that that calls direct stream program that facilitates the study permit of some students from special countries. Fortunately, it canceled now to have a fair judgment from the student in the same time process. Microaggression is the comments or action toward some peoples. Microaggression, I think we all have sometimes some microaggression that we are unaware of. For example, we tell to the people of the color that, where are you really from? Or if we see a father taking care of his baby, we say that, oh, you are a babysitter today? But the task of the taking care of baby is not just for mothers. Or we tell to the woman that, are you sure that you can carry heavy things? So based on this, how we can incorporate EDI in our community? First of all, we should be aware of biases and privilege. And we should try to provide a fair opportunity for everyone and have a feeling of empathy, and use the inclusive language to be understandable for everyone, and provide a welcoming space, especially for newcomers. And try to listen and try to speak. It's really important, but that we listen to the worries about people, we listen to the problems of the people, and we speak with them to help them to decrease their feeling that they have. Oops. Okay. So here in CRMR and CERMA, we gather together in a EDI committee to practice the EDI principles. Now we are 8 people, Veronique, Besma, Rosalie, that is not here, but I appreciate her participation always in the meetings, Calvin, Saman, me, Liza, Maylis, Tiam, that is not here, but she did a great job for the project, and Ali. So, I would like to say thank you to the previous member of the of our committee, Thierry, Anthony, and Nicolas. The objective of our committee is practice the principle of EDI. Be sure that we have a fair opportunity for everyone, and if some people, some discrimination happened to the people, provide the relevant resources for them, and create a welcoming environment for everyone, and have a inclusive culture and practice EDI culture in our community. So the good news is we have 4 different scholarships for the people, for the students, not for all people, for a student who propose a project that can increase the culture of EDI in our organization. It can be anything, and in the next slide, you can have some ideas how you can propose a project and win $500. It would be for 4 students per year, and it can develop your cross-functional skills and also enrich your CV. So from now, we had 6 students that received this scholarship, and I want to invite Maylis, my friend, who was the first winner of the scholarship for her beautiful project.
Thank you, Vahideh. So hello, everyone. My name is Maylis, and I will share with you the project I built I think maybe 2 years ago now, because it was like the really beginning of the committee. So I was the first to win this scholarship, and I propose a project about how include more in our community a person with disease or handicap. So the first action was really simple. It's just to make to be sure to have a good list on the CRMR website with all the reference of the if you have any issue with your health. So if you need to go to a hospital, or also we made a good point to sorry, I missed my word. to give a point to, we have psychologic help here, in the faculty. So now, in which CRMR welcoming cafe, the help came and present himself. And to go forward with this project, we made a conference about handicap, and we invite Simon Chouinard of Entrepreneuriat ULaval. And he explained how his handicaps come, and how difficulties, and share how his difficulties in personal life and also in professional life. So it was a very good time, because he shared all the part of his life with very kindly, and explained very well everything he passed through. So that's my project, and I hope more students will come in this committee, and will build other projects like this. Thank you.
Bonjour à tous, moi je vais parler en français. Juste un instant. Ok. Alors, notre projet à moi et Vahideh s'intitule « Parrainer pour mieux intégrer ». L'exemple que j'ai trouvé pour vous expliquer ce que peut ressentir un nouvel arrivant lorsqu'il change de pays ou complètement d'environnement, c'est comme lorsque vous voulez visiter un spot touristique dans votre ville où vous n'avez jamais mis les pieds. Probablement, vous allez utiliser Google Maps. Et si par malheur, votre application n'est pas à jour, vous pouvez vous tromper de chemin, ou elle peut vous faire passer par des endroits où il y a des ponts qui sont brisés, ou des champs de maïs ou autres. Donc, au début, le chemin vous semble trop complexe, fatigant, et vous avez limite le regret de vous être déplacé. Mais une fois sur place, vous trouvez d'autres touristes et vous leur demandez tout de suite le raccourci. Comment faire pour rentrer très tôt? Et ils vous donnent ce raccourci. Et effectivement, quand vous rentrez chez vous, tout vous semble parfait, plus simple, moins complexe, et vous êtes même content parce que le lieu vous a tellement plu que vous avez décidé d'y retourner une autre fois. C'est à peu près ce qui se passe avec le nouvel arrivant. Tout est trop au début. Tout est tellement difficile. Il y a tellement de choses à comprendre, des informations à assimiler, des démarches administratives et une culture à découvrir, un pays à découvrir et du personnel à connaître, puisque vous allez travailler ensemble. Donc, ça peut vous sembler trop difficile. Mais imaginez maintenant qu'à votre arrivée, vous trouvez un guide, cette personne bienveillante qui décide de vous aider, de vous donner ce raccourci, de vous donner les outils pour bien vous intégrer, pour bien vous adapter, parce qu'il connaît les lieux, il a déjà l'expérience. C'est exactement comme le touriste que vous avez trouvé sur place. Et c'est le but dans notre projet. Dans notre projet, notre but, c'est de devenir ce parrain, cette marraine, ce guide qui va vous donner les outils importants à votre intégration. Ce n'est pas faire les choses à la place de l'autre, mais l'aider à trouver le bon raccourci pour éviter de gaspiller du temps, de l'énergie et surtout pour ne pas perdre confiance en vous. Okay. Et notre projet, pour le mettre en place, on s'est dit que vaut mieux prendre un premier contact avec la personne qui va arriver bientôt pour voir si elle a besoin d'aide par rapport aux démarches administratives du visa, ou peut-être pour louer un appartement à distance. Je ne sais pas si ça vous est arrivé en croyant qu'au Canada, il n'y a que des arnaqueurs, parce qu'on vous demande souvent 50 $ pour l'enquête de crédit, chose qu'on ne connaissait pas et qu'on pensait que c'était sûrement des arnaqueurs, mais ce qui est faux, c'est juste par manque d'informations. Donc ça, c'est un premier contact. Et l'aide peut être aussi sur place. Elle est vraiment personnalisée selon la personne, selon l'étape où elle est rendue et si elle a besoin d'aide ou pas. Sur place, vous pouvez faire une visite guidée sur plusieurs jours, bien sûr, puisque le premier jour, on retient presque rien du tout, pour visiter les lieux, introduire le personnel, introduire les différents laboratoires, les différents centres de recherche, et peut-être même inviter les gens à des événements pour casser cette barrière avec ses collègues. Vous savez, il y a des gens qui trouvent déjà un environnement propice à leur travail et d'autres non. Donc notre but dans ce projet, c'est de mettre tout le monde sur les mêmes bases, en leur offrant l'aide qu'il faut. Pardon. Et on croit fermement qu'avec ce projet, on respecte tous les critères de l'EDI. Parce qu'en offrant notre aide aux autres, ça nous amène à l'équité et à l'aider à s'adapter et donc à faciliter son intégration, donc à l'inclusion. Et quant à la diversité, elle est déjà là, il suffit juste de l'accepter. Et quant aux avantages par rapport à ce projet, je pense qu'il n'y a pas mieux que de travailler dans un environnement sain ou dans une atmosphère saine où tout le monde s'entend avec tout le monde et où tout le monde peut s'entraider. Et si ce n'est pas suffisant, le sentiment qui vous envahit lorsque vous aidez les autres, le sentiment de bien-être, alors vous pouvez mettre ça dans votre CV, ça peut vous apporter un point fort. Et ma question pour vous, c'est êtes-vous prêt à devenir parrain ou marraine pour aider les nouvelles arrivants à s'intégrer et à se sentir à l'aise en travaillant avec vous? Merci.
Merci Lisa et Maylis. Donc, les deux projets two projects that my friends explained. There was the past project that almost done, and we have three beautiful projects with our three new members. And the first project proposed by Tiam. Tiam is not here, so I present her project. Her project is about health and well-being. She wants to provide a health and well-being directory, improving a student life. Her goal is creating a directory to provide sufficient information about how to visiting a doctor, how to visit a psychology, or how to buy medication, and about generally health helps. So this project will be done by data collection, creating a directory, and promote a directory through the centers and update regularly. The next project is proposed by someone. Someone is not here. Okay. He was, but anyway. He just disappeared. So someone has a very kind soul, so he proposed a very kind project about increasing a cycle of kindness and creating a sense of belonging. In his project, he wants to promote a sense of belonging to foster a kindness within the centers through initiatives. So his project will be done by designing spaces and for donation food or clothes or anything that we don't need, and providing a drink or coffee for people, especially new member, to welcome them and have a sense of belonging, and creating a list of affordable stores or items to help newcomers to have a cost-effective purchases. So the next project would be is proposed by Ali. Ali is here, and I invite Ali to present his project.
Hello, everyone. I didn't expect to present today, but by the way, my name is Said Ali Amamian. I'm PhD candidate at a civil engineering department. I'm one of the EDI Scholar 2024. The title of my project is Welcoming Newcomers, a support network for housing and essential in Quebec. In fact, we want to support newcomers to find house and some things when they arrive to Canada, especially Quebec. So this project will be done by creating housing resource database, organizing workshop on Quebec housing market, launching a donation for some essential items, and develop a multilingual welcoming guideline, and also pair newcomers with community mentor for support. Thank you.
So I would like to close our presentation by saying thank you to all of you that participating in this presentation. And I invite all of you to join our community and propose the project. We all, with help of ourselves, we can have a community that practice EDI principles. Thank you so much.